Hey everybody, Slay Zombie here. I thought I'd just do a quick little tutorial on how to make a really cool visualizer for your music. And this will be in Adobe After Effects CC 15 or 2015. I'm going to skip all the BS that most people do in the beginning of their videos. You will thank me for this later. And I am going to get started. So, if you want to make a visualizer, first you're going to make a composition. So you'd go to composition, new composition, and you're going to put the width and height at whatever you want, your preset, if you want it, I guess, NTSC, whatever. I keep it at HDTV 720 with 29.97 frames a second, and all this stuff will kind of just fill in by itself. You want to make sure the start time is at 0 seconds, and the duration is going to last as long as your music. So like let's say you're making a Monster Cat mix, and it's an hour long, hour and 8 minutes. You're going to put that in here so that the composition only lasts for that time, and there's no extra time at the end, or there's no it doesn't cut out too quick. So you're going to do that. You're going to hit OK. The background color really doesn't matter. After you do that, you're going to go to Import, File, and if you have like backgrounds, then you're going to, then you're going to upload. Okay, I didn't click on that. There we go. Oh, all right. I guess it's just clicking on everything. So you're going to click on whatever you need. So if you have backgrounds, you're going to do backgrounds. Definitely include your music. So like new Slay Zombie logo. I'm going to just do an example of one that I made. You're going to go to your backgrounds. So what you're going to do is you're going to drag and drop everything you need into your composition. So it's going to end up like this, and we have to make this smaller, obviously. My logo is, for some reason, 3000 by 3000 pixels. Oops. So you're going to basically make your backgrounds ahead of time. Let's try to make this better. Let's try to make it look not like shit. Alright, so we're going to position it right about there. Alright, so now comes the hard part. You're going to go to Layer. Oops. No, you're not. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, you're going to go down here. You're going to go right click. You're going to go to New, and you're going to go to Solid. It doesn't matter the color because you're going to be changing that in a second anyway. So it's going to be a new dark gray solid over all of these. You're going to go to hold on, I'm not like the best. Oh yeah, Effect. You're going to go to Effect, Generate, and you're going to go to an Audio Spectrum. Now that's going to create this little bar of audio spectrum waves. So that was horrible. Audio spectrum waves, but yeah. It's going to do that for you. So you're going to have your music and it's going to bump to these. Now, of course, you can change these. You can change it to have more frequency bands, so that gives you more of a amount of bands rather than just a few. It'll actually react to the music. I feel like the more bands, the better. You could change your height, your start frequency, end frequency. That's basically just the frequency of music, like when to start it on the waveform and when not to. The thickness, if you want really thick dots or if you want really thin ones. I usually keep it at about 360. Softness basically changes how, like there's like a slight glow around it, so if you like that, then you can do that, I guess. You can go and change the colors. For some reason, black shows up as white in Premiere Pro, or it doesn't. Okay. For some reason, last time I did this, it did that. So actually, I kind of like the black, so we're going to stick with that. And now, obviously, this doesn't go around in a circle around our logo. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in polar. That's going to bring up polar coordinates. You're going to drag that onto your dark gray solid, and you're going to go down to the edit polar coordinates. You're going to go to interpolation 100%. That's going to make it look really weird. So instead of polar to rect, you're going to go rect to polar. So it's going to bring this nice little U-shaped thing, I guess you would say. What you want to do is you want to kind of drag that to the proper shape around your logo. Let's see. So it's going to be right about there. Now, if you want the, what do you call it? If you want it to go fully around the circle, what you're going to do is you're going to change the start point and the end point, and eventually, as you move it around, it's going to make it into a full circle. So I guess there's no real explanation to that. But for now, I'm just going to show you the way that I'm going to make it, so then it's like a U-shaped. So what you're going to do is, now that you have everything set up, you're going to actually make the, what am I trying to say here? You're going to make the visualizer, I guess, kind of dance to the beat. So I don't think I even added mix. Oh, I did. So you're going to put that in your composition. You're going to go back to your visualizer, and you're going to put audio layer to mix. So now, as the music is playing, it's going to dance to the music, as you could kind of see here. Now, it's going to go inside the circle and outside the circle. Now, what you want to do is you want to change it so it's side B only. So that way, instead of going inside the circle here, it's going to go outside. So then it looks better. Now, my computer isn't the best, so it's going to have a little bit of a rough time rendering this. So just bear with me here. Let's see if it's going to render. If not, then I'll just show an example of when it fully does render at the end of this video. So basically, you can kind of see as I skip through, it does that. You can kind of change it so then it starts at a different frequency. And this is going to be the higher end spectrum. I picked a mix that's really like low pitched, so obviously it's going to stay at the lower end of the spectrum. And you can change it so that there's more frequency bands. Your maximum height can be higher, so it'll be something like, let's actually change the color a little bit. You could change it to any color you want, whatever your heart desires. You could change it to red if you really felt like it. Red and black, maybe. That would look nice. Come on, PC. I'm sorry, guys. But you kind of get the idea. You just make sure to have your waveforms set up so that it uses the audio layer, whatever you want. Mine is mix, but yours is going to be different. There we go. It's starting to somewhat play a little bit of a playback. So as you could see, it kind of just goes all around the ring depending on whether it's a high frequency tone or a low frequency tone. And you could always change the bands, maximum height. Just make sure your polar coordinates are set rect to polar rather than polar to rect. And it's 100% interpolation, or else it's going to look real funky. Because if it's not 100, it's going to look like that, or even worse, all like that. So you just want to make sure it's 100. Another thing you can do is for the visualizer, you could change it instead of digital. You can have analog lines. So if you really like the idea of more of a line bouncing rather than bars, you can do that. You can do analog dots, so it's kind of like dots bouncing around. Me personally, I like digital, so that's what I stick with. But as you can see, it looks pretty nice, and you could put like the title of whatever mix, or if you made the mix, you could put your title. But yeah, that's how you make a visualizer in Adobe After Effects 2015. I hope I kept it simple. If I did anything wrong, just let me know, but I feel like I did a pretty damn good job at explaining this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Good luck with your visualizer, your music, producing whatever you want to do, I guess, with the information I've given. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys around for another how-to video. Peace.